Those 3 solemn knocks mean I've found a hammer. Going once. Any advance on 1? Any advance on 2? Advance on 3? Any advance on 4? Any advance on 5? Any advance on 6? Somebody say 7? I'll say it then. 7.
One day, that lamp will fall in love with me.
That was Spike Milligan saying, one day that lamp will fall in love with me.
And that was Clement Freud saying that was Spike Milligan saying, one day that lamp will fall in love with me. Now here is a variation on the theme of good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
That was a series of good evenings recorded earlier this year to celebrate Spike Milligan's miraculous escape from seasonal unemployment. My name is Eileen Shand, owing to an error of judgment. This week, Q5 is performed in a psychedelic medium.
Desist! Stop!
Good evening.
Good evening!
My name is Spike Millington, but the legs are silent as in trousers, but they're spelt differently.
What do you mean, spelled differently?
D-I-F-F...
Yes, there you see. But how are they pronounced?
It's pronounced bang, but it's spelt. But the E is silent, as in...
As in what?
There's no E in what?
Yes, there is. W-H-A-T-E.
That's pronounced...
Whoa, 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 whoa. Look here, Millington.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I'm a...
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Doctor.
Doctor who?
That's right.
Yes.
Look here, Millington. Old jokes won't save you.
Nonsense, I'd say, Bob Bunkhouse. Curses! They've given away the 50-year-old secret of my extramarital relations. Stop!
Tiger, tiger burning bright in the forest of the night. A poem. Now, for no reason at all, I'd like to show you why smoking is harmful. It also stunts growth. Let me demonstrate. This man here is 3'6". If he hadn't have smoked, he'd have been 4'9". Again, this man here is 9'8". If he hadn't have smoked, he'd have been 13 feet 10.
He burns on 10.
What the head of a tobacco firm says.
It's a load of rubbish. I smoke 100 a day.
Something o'clock here in the heart of London's grotty Wembley studios. And it's Prick-a-Box time. And on the organ is Eric Grins. And here is your monster of ceremonies, Muggle Thrash.
And welcome to the show.
You're welcome to it too!
Good evening, thank you very much. And tonight is the final of the Drain Brain of Britain contest, and tonight's contestant comes from the Bradford Women's Christmas Pudding Club, and here she is, Mrs. Eileen Gibbs. Now then, Eileen, Eileen, does your mother know you're in naughty London town, hey? Oh, why, it sounds as if you got friends in tonight, hey? Stand by. Now then, Eileen, are you willing to play Prick-a-Bot?
Yes.
Yes is the right answer! Eileen, now then, Eileen, if you answer the first question right, you're on to the £3.10 treasure chest. Are you ready for the first question?
Yes.
Right then, Eileen, what is your name? Would you like the question again, Eileen? Eileen, think hard now. Eileen, what is your name? Think hard, you've only got an hour. No, Eileen, look, your married name is Gibbs, and your name is Eileen, therefore you must be...
Married!
Married, no! Stand by, thank you. No, Eileen, your name is Eileen Gibbs, therefore your name must be...
Eileen Gibbs?
Eileen Gibbs is the right answer! And Eileen, you're on your chair with a £3 train treasure chest and a lifetime of obscurity. Now then, are you ready for the next question? Now then, Eileen, the next question is, who is the Queen of England?
Godfrey Wynne.
No, Eileen, one more try now. Eileen, who is the Queen of England?
I don't know.
It's the right answer! And Eileen, you have won a week in the Lion's Pit at the Zoo at London and a beautiful glitter gold dustbin with a week's free rubbish! And thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is the final of the Old Twits contest, and this year's Old Twit comes from the Chelsea pensioners, Sergeant Squared! Oh, wonderful of you, Sergeant. Watching all those nutty girls there. Now then, Sergeant Squirts. Sergeant Squirts. Now then, Sergeant, how old are you?
I'm 92!
81 is the right answer! You have won the key to Prick-a-Box. Now, for that key, I'll offer you 10 shillings.
10 shillings!
He's dead.
He's dead! Give him a big hand! In dying, Sergeant Squirts wins this wonderful fiberglass coffin and a free burial in the south of France for the woman of his own choice. So thank you very much for playing Prick-a-Box. Hey, good night, everybody. Dinner is served. Long ago and far away, I dreamed one day, and now that a dream is here beside me. Though the skies were overcast, but now the clouds are past. You're here at last. Chills run up and down my spine. Aladdin's lamp is mine. A dream, I dreamed was not denied me. Just one look and then I that old time was me. I still say that lamp will fall in love with me. See, she's
changing their mind.
That was not Spike Milligan saying eggs are on the banned list. It was another man saying something completely different.
Make room for an old soldier, can't we? That's a mighty old bad leg. Must find a leg. Fit for heroes to live in, aren't they? Yes. Yes, I get £5 a week for that from the pension. Not much, but I don't mind serving me. There's my little dog, Jip. Poor little Jip. Can't afford much for her. Still, I've got a Jip myself. I don't mind serving me country. My word, it's hot in here, isn't it? No, it isn't. It's very cold in here. Here. You took your hand away then?
I know.
Well, I was looking at it.
It's my hand.
Well, it's my look. There's a moment in time then when my look was wasted on that. You could have said to me, pardon me, old soldier, on only £3.10 a week with shrapnel in the legs. I'm removing my hand.
Why should I? It's my hand.
Well, it's my look. And I want to tell you why I was looking at it, shall I? Why, have you got a receipt for your hand? My hand, he says, my hand. This hand belongs to John Bluth of Sinai Wilson. You Jewish?
No.
Your turn will come. Right, I'm going to tell you why I was looking at your hand.
I'm not interested.
Well, I am.
Well, I don't.
Listen,
I don't.
It's because you got very hairy hands. The hands are very hairy, full of hairs.
All men's hands are hairy.
No, they're not. Look at mine. Mine are non-hairy. Non-hairy hands.
Then they're abnormal.
No, they're not. They're normal, non-hairy hands.
Bald hands are abnormal.
Rubbish. A load of rubbish. They're normal hands.
Just a minute.
That's right. Check one of your cronies now.
I don't know this gentleman. I was just going to ask him, that's all.
All right.
Excuse me, old man. I was just wondering, this gentleman here seems to think that all men's hands are hairy. Yeah. Could we possibly see your hand?
Yeah, well, yeah, certainly.
There, you see, and scratch on the rim.
Bleeding linings come out of your gloves. Just a minute.
What?
Good heavens.
What?
Well, your hairs go the other way.
Rubbish! The hairs on my hands go the same way as any decent person's hairs go.
No, you're bearing out. Look. Yes. Now look at that. Yours go left to right.
Well?
Normal hairs go the other way.
Well, they're wrong.
Look here, damn you! You say my hairs are wrong! You want to kill us?
I said no such thing. Really? Never known anything like it. Really? Excuse me, old man. Could you tell us the way the hairs on your hands go?
I can't remember.
Well, look!
Yes, I'm afraid I singed them all off this morning frying an egg, but let's see. Hairs on legs go the same way as hands. Let's see which way the hairs on our legs go.
Yes, there you are.
Now, you see, I'll give you an idea.
Now,
Exactly there. See?
now you look like a sporting gentleman, sir.
I am, yes.
Now then, this this brings us to the crux of the matter on hairs. Now, you watch the hairs on my spine. Now, you have a look at the hairs on my spine, and you'll notice...
Now, look here.
...that they go the same direction.
Now, but look here. You can see very clear. With the hairs on the chest. As far as hair...
Tickets, please.
No.
Tickets. All tickets, please. All tickets. All tickets. All tickets, please.
Hello, sailor.
The case will be heard in camera at Paddington Magistrates Court on Friday. Booked today. Now we pause for meditation and reflection.
Good evening. Today, electricity has reached out into all our homes. Electricity is now an everyday part of our lives and scrambles on the limb. Take, for instance, electric toothbrushes. Now here is Mr. Ferg, the inventor of the electric banana. Now, this electric banana is long overdue. In fact, it saves you the trouble from having to eat it. This banana peels and eats itself. Gesundheit. Now we come to the electric teeth. This way, a man who is tired can sleep and let his teeth do all the eating for him, eliminating night starvation. It could even end in death. Another brilliant first for England is the invention of the electric leg crossing machine, invented by a Mr. Ted Nuffs.
Yes. This man is going to have a nap by the fireside. When he is asleep, his legs will become uncomfortable, and he would normally have to keep crossing them. Not so with the electric leg crosser. Notice. Every few seconds, the electric appliance automatically crosses his legs for him. By fixing the control, you can get as many as 22.5% leg crossings in a minute. They can also be straightened out to increase blood circulation. It has even been known to cause death.
Those are just a few inventions that are keeping England ahead of the world and scramping on the blims. Good night. Pim pum pa pa pum. Pim pum pa pa pum. Pim pum pa pa pum. Pim pum.
And the news. Today, the French ambassador laid a wreath on the tomb of the unknown Prime Minister. He was turned away by a police sergeant who'd been saving it up for people like him. This afternoon at Paddington Police Court, a young lady who gave her name as Miss Whiplash, strict disciplinarian, private massage with correcting fluids, claimed that one of her clients ravished her in lieu of payment. An American heavily armed bomber on a peaceful mission over Russia accidentally landed on a secret Russian aerodrome and accidentally took photographs of the installations. And the American plane then accidentally took off, whereupon the Russians brutally shot it down. The Americans blame a faulty pilot. The birth of a child is announced to Lady Rothschild. Mother and child are both doing well, as they both hold shares in ICI. The Americans blame a faulty pilot. Today in the House of Lords, Sir Leslie Grade described Harry Seacombe as a nice class of people. The police are taking no action. Seacombe blamed a faulty pilot. He also blamed each other. 2 other men are being murdered on suspicion by the police, who are helping them with their burial. The pound has been devalued for the 3rd time this week. The police suspect a faulty government.
This latest devaluation has forced the people of Tristan da Cunha to abolish money and substitute bananas as currency. Here we see a man banking a £5 banana.
Man's journey into space. America. Russia.
China.
England.
Despite setbacks and planned failure with Britannia 1, 2 and 3, in 1990 England enters the space race with Britannia 4, Britannia 4B, November the 5th at a secret Aborigine airdrome in Woomera.
Okay, B4. Stand by for final countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Need parts on 6.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It looks good.
Tastes good, and by golly, it does you good.
We've got a lift off. It's a bird.
Well, today is the day.
The time is 8 minutes to 7, and here is the news. Today, the Queen's car was in collision with a bicycle on the Mall. Next of kin are being informed. Britain is now in space. Britannia 4, the second-hand rocket on loan from Japan, is now in orbit around Willesden, with astronaut Captain John Thrust, OBE, an ex-RAF pilot, and a cleaner. About now, he will be firing 2 Brock's Catherine wheels, which will hurl him 160 yards above the Earth. His estimated speed is 25 miles per hour.
Ground control calling Britannia 4.
Hello, ground. Britannia 4 answering.
Britannia 4, what task are you on?
Well, I'm looking for the spoon.
The spoon?
Yes, I'm making tea.
Well, you should have a plastic spoon in the tea caddy.
Oh, yes, you're right, John. Thank you. Yes, I've got one here, thank you.
Hello, Britannia 4?
Yes?
Have you got enough coal?
Yes, thanks, bags. But I've got a problem, though. You know when you fire the rockets and the whole thing goes to the right?
Yeah?
Well, the fire goes out. And the bath water's running cold.
Tell us, does that present a major problem?
Well, yes, John. I was hoping to make some toast, you see.
We'll get onto the coal board about that and see what they have to say about that.
Right, Roger.
Yeah.
And something out. Or
yeah, Roger and out.
Roger out.
Hello, Harrods.
Hello, Britannia? Britannia 4, hello, Britannia 4?
The delicatessen, please.
Hello? Hello, ground, is that you?
Who? Harrods? This is Mrs. Body. I have an account with you.
Ground? Hello, ground. There's someone on our frequency, I think. Harrods.
Harrods? Oh dear, I've been cut off. You naughty doggy.
John, there's something you ought to know about. There's been a flare out in the B electrical stabilizer. Emergency action program, please, John. John?
Hello? This is the ground control here.
Who?
There's nobody here. It's Sunday afternoon and they all gone to the football.
What? Who are you?
Well, I'm Mr. Worms, the caretaker.
Well, listen, Mr. Worms, could you take a message to the Air Ministry?
Oh, no, sir, no, I can't do that.
But look, this is awfully important.
Look, oh, no, I'm sorry, sir, no. You'll have to get back to him on Monday.
Hello, ground. Hello, ground.
Exchange, what number do you want?
Well, I'm trying to get onto Harrods, but I keep getting Britannia 4 something.
I'll have the line tested for you, madam.
Look, hello, Mr. Worms. Look, ground control, Worms.
Hello, Harrods.
Will you get off the line, madam, for God's sake? I say, ground control. Hello, ground control. The heat insulation seems disintegrating. Emergency. Please fire the retro rockets for re-entry now, ground.
Hello, Harrods.
For God's sake, this is not Harrods.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'll hang up.
No, don't hang up, madam. No, don't hang up, madam. No. Good afternoon, madam. This is Harrods.
Oh, the delicatessen.
This is the delicatessen, madam, yes.
Oh, isn't it a lovely day?
Oh, it's a beautiful day, madam, beautiful day, yes.
Now, look, I'm having a little dinner party.
Wonderful, madam, what a beautiful idea, wonderful.
Now, do you have any pheasant in Asquith?
Thousands of them, millions, madam. How many do you want?
One,
madam, one. Thank you, madam. Thank you, one pheasant in aspect.
Now, you know those little petit pois?
Oh, yes, personally, madam. I know everyone personally. How many, madam?
28.
28 personal petit pois, madam. 28, of course. Hello.
Hello and good morning. Welbeck Exchange here. This is your alarm call. Good morning, sir.
Hello. Get off the line. Madam, are you still there, madam? Hello.
We leave that fantastically exciting space first for Britain for an interlude for all you do-it-yourself enthusiasts.
2 sacks of milk flour.
2 sacks of milk flour, madam, yes.
A grace of King Edward.
Grace of King Edward, yes.
1 piece of
Stand by on 7 for Dear Mother, Love Albert, followed by Do It with Ian Buckland. And remember the $25,000 Great Temptation tonight at 8:30.